If a workout is on your to-do list, but you never seem to have time to get it done, you come to the right place.
Today we have a super quick workout you can do at home and you don't even need any equipment. Brent Williams is here from Iron Oak Fitness.
Yeah, Brent, how are you doing today?
I'm great, man. Nice to see you guys. Heather, nice to meet you. Yeah.
Good to have you back here, you know,
Thanks,
for
man.
fitness, and you talk about doing stuff at home with minimal equipment.
Yes,
too, right? That's
basic. Yeah, when you're starting out, like your last guests were fantastic, by the way. They had great information. You don't necessarily need to have all the fancy equipment. You can do things. I mean,
no Bowflex.
As long as you've got a body, you've got resistance equipment everywhere it is that you go. So you can start very simply at home. You can check with the physician, make sure everything's good, and then you can use what's around your house to kind of get going. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, first tell us why it's so important to get some resistance training in.
Resistance training is the key to keeping your metabolism functioning efficiently. When you have more lean muscle tissue, your body burns calories at rest much more efficiently. So people who do cardio all the time, when they're not working also with the resistance, they're not really changing the way their body metabolizes, and so you're not going to see a long-term result in that way.
So, Brent, you brought Austin here with us today,
too. He's a trainer with Iron Oak. Yep.
So he can show us some exercise.
Yeah,
you got the old Chuck Taylors on, too, man.
Yeah,
you got those Chuck Taylors on, man. All right.
Big fan.
But you can show us some exercise.
Yeah, so we're going to start with this. So basically, let's go ahead and come down. We're going to start with some core work. So the basics of exercise, we want to do a push movement, right?
Yes.
A pull movement.
Yes, sir.
Leg work and core. So we're going to start with some core. Go ahead and go on your back for me, Austin. Bring your knees up over your chest. We're working unilaterally because this protects the lower back. Take your arms straight out over your chest for me. I want you to extend your left leg and extend your left arm. Perfect. Yep. And then bring it back up for me. And then the right comes down. Easy peasy on the floor. His back is supported. We're using the core muscles here. He's working his hip flexors, so he's doing core work. And then we can progress this as the body progresses.
Is it important for Austin to have his head off the mat? Okay,
you know what? If you lift your head just a little bit and you look forward, you're going to engage your upper abdominals. If that's too much, you can be flat and let this relax. And then as this builds, you can start to incorporate that.
Wow, okay.
We can always start somewhere.
Okay.
Thanks, Austin. All right,
so what else you have?
Let's go ahead and come up. Okay, so now we're going to do a bent over row. So this is the only piece.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, awesome. Do you want to do it with us?
Yeah, one of my favorites is bent over row.
Bada bing.
All right, there you go.
All right, so this is how we're going to do this, guys. Let's go ahead and lunge forward. Let's take the left leg forward. All right, from the hips, I want you to keep your chest lifted, and from there, come forward so you have a nice flat back. Let your right arm hang. You can plant your left leg, your left hand if you want. And all we're going to do is draw that weight up. Keep your head looking down so we keep the spine in a nice straight line. Excellent. And then extend and retract. Perfect. And we're pulling here, the scapula toward the spine. Yep. So you could use a milk carton, a milk jug right at home, or you could go to the Goodwill, and you could pick up a simple set of weights for next to nothing. But this is going to be a pull exercise.
Now, is it important to go slow?
It is. Yep. Okay. You can, and I like to exhale when I come up. Whenever I'm using force, I would exhale and then inhale all the way down.
Okay.
So we could start, and we could do 12 of these, then we switch to the other side. Whenever I'm doing unilateral work this way, when I'm using one side of my body, I like to start with the weakest side, and then we go to the stronger side, so we're always keeping a balance there.
Okay, what other exercise you have for this?
All right, let's do this.
I like this one.
So Austin's going to cue this other stuff.
Yep. So we're going to go and do some squats.
Okay.
It's important to incorporate your legs as well. You don't want to ignore those. So go and stand about shoulder width apart.
Okay.
And if you'd like to join with us, you can. It's up to you.
All right, there you go.
But
please, let's squat.
So one thing you want to remember to do is once your feet are shoulder width apart, you want to have your toes out just a little bit.
Yes.
This is going to ensure proper form. Make sure your heels don't leave the ground, so that way you always have a delivery to the ground.
Yep.
So go and squat down, and also bring your hands up. And so as you're squatting down, you've got your back straight. The hands up help you keep your back straighter. And also notice how you and Brent, you're going parallel to the ground. That way you incorporate more of the muscle tissue.
It's good stuff, guys. This will build your legs. You just want to make sure that you keep your heels on the ground. When you do these, it'll protect your knees and it'll engage your glutes and give you that tuchus. Okay, so we're going to do some push-ups. Next, we're going to get that push work in.
Yep. All right, and while you're doing you got Fit Camp coming up too, right?
Fit Camp is coming up, man. So basically, that is an extension of what it is that we're doing here. Basic stuff. We have partnered with Dick's Sporting Goods and Komen Charlotte to present Fit Camp. So if you sign up for the Run Walk for the Cure, then you get to come to Fit Camp for 100% free. It's in Symphony Park. It starts the end of August. Check out ironoakfitness.com for some details there, and we'll go right into this. So we're going to go into push-ups because we need that push work.
So one thing you'll notice as Brent goes down, his back is straight, and another thing you'll notice is that his elbows go and come back up, so that way you don't have to chill down there. His elbows aren't completely flared out, so this keeps more of the tension on the chest. And also something else that both of them are not doing, they're not locking out their elbows. That takes the tension off of the joints, so that way you're lifting more on the muscle rather than on the joints. It's just going to help you keep your joints more healthy.
The competitive part of myself just wants to keep going.
Now, real quick.
Yeah.
We're going to call it, okay.
So what's great about the push-ups, guys, is you do not have to come to the floor. You can do it on the wall. You can do it on a countertop. And as you get stronger, you can go to the ground. You literally can start fitness wherever you're at. Yeah.
Yes, you got to go to ironoakfitness.com.
That is where you got to go.
More about this. This is amazing.
Yep.
Hey, got Fit Camp coming
Come
up
to Fit Camp, guys. Completely complimentary. You're doing great things for the community.
All right. Well, also we got the tail wagger, Larry. Oh my goodness.
Yes.